of the stories, and then I bring on board my friend so we can talk about this. In tennis, as Venus Williams joined her sister Serena in withdrawing from the US Open as the final Grand Slam of the year, lost more high-profile players. Now, Serena wrote on social media on Tuesday that she needed time to allow her body to heal completely from a torn hamstring. The 41-year-old Venus then withdrew hours later with a leg injury. And the women's fifth seed, Sophia Kenin, has tweeted a withdrawal from testing positive for COVID-19. The tournament, which begins on the 30th of August, will also be missing defending men's champion Dominic Thiem, Roger Federer, and Rafael Nadal. It will be the first time since 2003 that neither Venus' sister has appeared at Flushing Meadows. And from there, we'll move on to boxing, where Britain's Lawrence Okoli, let me rephrase, British-Nigerian Lawrence Okoli will defend his WBO cruiserweight world title on the undercard of Anthony Joshua's bout against Alexander Usyk in September. Joshua will defend his WBA, IBF, and WBO world heavyweight crowns at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 25th of September. That is next month. Okoli will be part of the build-up, taking on mandatory challenger Delian Parasovic from Montenegro. And of course, it will be the first time Okoli is defending his title after stopping Poland's Krzysztof Glowacki back in March. And that's from boxing. And straight to athletics we go, where double Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Herah feels a new women's 100-meter world record is within reach as she prepares for the Diamond League meeting in Lausanne, Switzerland. The Jamaican ran 10.54 seconds at the Eugene Diamond League last Saturday, which was the second fastest time in history. And only American Florence Griffith-Joyner, Flojo, remember, has run faster. And when she set the world record in 10.49 seconds, that was back in 1988. Are we ever going to see a lady run 10.49? Well, Thompson-Herah, that's Elaine Thompson, says she feels like she's getting closer. Remember, she did 10.54 just last Saturday. And the Lausanne leg will see Thompson-Herah go head-to-head with fellow Jamaican Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, who she beat into second place in Tokyo and, of course, in Oregon. The Diamond League Series is heading for its finale in Zurich next month, with meetings in Paris on the 28th of August and the penultimate leg in Brussels on the 3rd of September. And from there into Paralympics, well, teenage sensation won Japan's first medal at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. 14-year-old Yamada Miyuki became the youngest ever Japanese Paralympic medalist after claiming silver in the women's 100-meter backstroke S2 at Tokyo Aquatic Center. Yamada Miyuki won Japan's first medal, claiming silver in the women's 100-meter backstroke S2 final after clocking 2 minutes 26 seconds. Yamada's victory makes her the youngest ever Japanese Paralympic medalist in history. And for Team Nigeria, like I said earlier on, it hasn't been the brightest of starts so far for Nigeria. All 5 table tennis players lost their opening games yesterday. Ahmed Koleosho was first in action. They lost to Germany's Thomas Broch in the men's singles. Tajuddin Agunbiade also lost in this, by 3-0 in 20 minutes to Ukraine's Ivan Mai. Nigeria's third game saw Victor Farinloye going 2-1 up against Ukraine's Victor Diduk before losing the next 2 sets, and then the game ended 3-2 in favor of the Ukrainian. Alabi Olufemi also lost in 15 minutes. It was a 15 minutes casualty for him. He lost to the superpower of Chinese Hao Lian. And like the 4 other, Faith Bazwai also lost 3-0 in the women's singles. She was defeated by Chinese Taipei's Xiao Tian 3-0 in just 13 minutes. And for Bazwai, she will play a second match against Chinese Xiao Jingzhao at 8:20 a.m. today. And then, tomorrow rather, while Isao Ogunkule battles Egypt's Same Salah at 9 a.m. Okay, yeah, those games are today. But guys, let's talk about this real quick. Of all of the stories that we've talked about so far, which one jumps at you the most?
Yeah, good morning, Blessing. Good morning, Fermi. Good morning, Ibadan. Beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning right here in the city. And, well, yeah, Blessing has reeled out so many things that we'll be looking into this wonderful Thursday morning. And, well, maybe I'll go into the Paralympic Games, where I would say we don't have to look too much into what has been happening in the world of table tennis. We are not exact powerhouses in table tennis. I remember since I think it was Agunbiade at the 2000 Paralympic Games in Sydney. That was the last time we had a medal in table tennis. So you
actually won 2 then.
Yeah, there was the team one, the team event, and then the individual event. So you feel that yes, that we are not exactly powerhouses there. So there's nothing too much to look into. Maybe the fact that powerlifting talking about Barapo, Yakubu Adishokon didn't get the medal. Maybe you feel that, well, but age is catching up on him, obviously. I think he's 42 now, so you feel that, well, he's no longer at the peak of his powers because he did 180 kg in 2012. So now he's struggling to do, he couldn't even do 160. So you understand that, well, age is catching up and all that. But I still believe that, the competition is still looking very bright for us. We'll still do so well in some of the other events when it comes to athletics, when it comes to some of those other
powerlifting, particularly
powerlifting, some of our other
power.
Indeed.
So, well, I hope that Team Nigeria will come up tops, and then we'll still be able to rack 1 or 2 medals, or more than 1 or 2 medals at the Paralympics.
We need to go on a break, but I need to talk to Feromi about the D Tigers. They had the first game yesterday. It was against Mali.
Yeah.
Of course, 81-73 victory, but it wasn't exactly smooth.
Yeah, definitely it wasn't exactly smooth, but then, they actually started on a bright note. Remember, a majority of this team is not actually available for this particular one. Most of them actually going back to their NBA teams at this point in time, and of course you just have to make do with what is available at this point in time. But I think kudos to these guys. This is a huge opportunity for them to actually showcase what they can also do to the world, to tell them that, okay, it's not only about the NBA players, we can also actually make something do with ourselves. But hey, let's look at the quality of the opposition they actually played against the Malians. I mean, they are not really a top house, so to say, when it comes to African basketball right there. And of course, I think it's definitely going to be disastrous if they do not get all the needed points in that one yesterday. But hey, it's still early days. I want to see how they will actually continue, and let's see when they meet tougher opposition if they will be able to get past them. But hey, they've actually started well. Let's see if they can actually continue that.
Is Mali not supposed to be a tough opposition?
I don't think so.
Okay, speaking of not having the best leg there in Kigali, Rwanda, Mike Brown was talking about the depth of the squad, how we appreciated the talent despite the fact that we didn't have our top legs available.
To try to bring the guys that played in the Olympics, like for instance Caleb Agata, he wanted to play, but he played throughout the Olympics, and then he went and played for the Denver Nuggets Summer League team, and now to ask him to come here and play for 2.5 weeks, and then it puts us in a little bit of a predicament, like I said. But there were a lot of guys that also wanted to play, but their teams would not release them because a training camp starts now, and so it puts us in a little bit of a predicament. But again, the depth of Nigeria basketball is what excites me. Yes, we are a young team or an inexperienced team, but coaching these guys and being able to try to implement our system offensively and defensively with these young guys is just adding to the experience of the program. So it will help us going forward tremendously, especially bringing the 4 players from the Nigerian League to be able to touch them and have them play with these guys and let them understand what our system is offensively, defensively, get used to the way we coach. All it's going to do is just uplift Nigeria basketball, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen right away because of the newness that we have right now as opposed to what we had in the past.
Sunshine, yeah. You make me smile. You brighten my day. Lifting iced tea. My sunshine in a bottle. In every way. Lifting iced tea. No be lie, yo. You keep me refreshed. Lifting iced tea. I can't deny my sunshine drink. Lifting iced tea. Oh yeah, show me your shine. Come make it chop better life. Mommy and daddy and everybody, show me your bottle job.
Chop better life with sunshine in a bottle with the refreshingly delicious Lipton iced tea. Available in peach and lemon flavors.
Lipton iced tea.
Lipton iced tea. Deliciously refreshing.
Have you heard? There's a seasoning for every meal. On the seasoning is full of flavor. Delicious tasty. Mama's happy day. No. My hunger. Rich flavor. Aroma. Delicious. Mama's happy day. The fresh cookie. Great flavor.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Give Malaria a double bunch of artesunate and Gamodia Queen in a perfect combination that Camosunate. Camosunator.
anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited.
Chop life, live life, do the things that gon' make you happy. Them know like I'm too much left. Everybody gets your flavor. Chop life, drink up, one glass of Martin as you step down. Them know like I'm too much left. Everybody gets your flavor. Oh, your flavor. Elele, 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 yeah. Oh, your flavor.
Multina. Share happiness.
Many people just wonder how my toilet does to stay clean. How my toilet know they get germs. Number secret to my healthy family living. How I active clean toilet clean. Saturday make it just no say. Clean Use 99.9.
Twins All Toilet Cleaners. Small change, big difference for a healthy family.
Sure you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber Energy Drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah? Now you can do more because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. No need to go too far. You can find it where you are because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
Story. He getting one man way I know. He say he one blow, make business no dey slow. That's why he collect loan with heavy interest when they choke. Now time don't reach to pay the loan. He no fit sleep for house again. That's why he dey worry. Dodgy, beggy. My people, no let your story be like this man where I know. If na loan you dey find to make your business better, I go trade by Sterling Agent Banking. Now the only loan we know they joke. Them get better interest and you get choice to pay back every day or every week. So the money no go too plenty for your head. Find any Sterling agent or branch for your area or call 0700-822-0000 to collect your own. I go trade, go give you loan, yo. We no go joke at all. I go trade. Life go better with I Go Trade.
Okay, thank you for keeping it logged right here on your integrity dial, Splash 105.5 FM. There's still Sports Bang, your favorite breakfast sports show on radio. Now we're taking our business across, Africa, across everything with Nigeria to European scene. The EFL Cup in England yesterday. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's hat-trick helped Arsenal to welcome first win of the season as they defeated a young West Bromwich Albion side to reach the Carabao Cup third round. 6-0 ended in favour of Arsenal. And of course, later today is all about the UEFA Champions League, where we have the draw. Shakhtar Donetsk and FC Salzburg booked a return, while Sheriff Tiraspol will become the first Moldovan team to play in the group stage of Europe's Premier Club competition after knocking out Dynamo Zagreb. So I'm wondering, Chelsea fans, what kind of draws would you expect for your team? Feromi, talk about Arsenal first, and then we'll talk about the draw.
Yeah, talking about Arsenal. Well, I think it's actually good for the guys, Murphy. I mean, morales at this point.
Feromi, I can see a glow on some people's
faces. You need to see the way some people are actually so excited at this point in time, having defeated West Brom. That's something to be happy about. They've gotten no win this season. That's something to actually start with.
So finally, there's a goal of the month.
Exactly, at least something to actually celebrate.
Pool to choose from.
Definitely. But I think two major highlight for me has to be the goalkeeper, talking about Ramsdale and of course Odegaard. I think Ramsdale was pretty decent in that one yesterday. The ball control was actually good. The ball distribution was actually nice, and it was actually calm. And talking about Odegaard, a man that was actually, at the distribution also was actually cool from him, and the ability to still be able to hold possession even when he's under pressure is something really commendable from him. Probably, well, it's West Brom we're talking about. Maybe when they face a tougher opposition in Man City later this weekend, maybe that will change. But hey, I think, maybe to some extent they wouldn't.
West Brom second team.
West Brom second team. Okay, let's see how that goes later this weekend.
Indeed, the second team, and the draws have been made. The draws have been made for the third round.
Yeah.
The United.
I think they're up against West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah,
okay. More Premier League matchups there. Now to the Champions League, the draw coming up later today. Feromi. Okay, I'm Faith first before I come to Feromi. I'm thinking what should be an ideal draw for Chelsea. We are going to make a mock draw at this moment. I'm going to call the teams in each pot, so you pick a team. So Chelsea in pot 1 already. In pot 2, there's Real Madrid, there's Barcelona, there's Juventus, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund. One team from pot 2.
And maybe they should go with Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. Okay, ideal draw. Feromi, who are you picking?
I want them to go with PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
Okay, in pot 3 we have FC Porto, Ajax, Shakhtar Donetsk, RB Leipzig, FC Salzburg, Benfica, Atalanta, Zenit St. Petersburg.
Benfica.
Ajax. they need a tough.
They need a tough draw. And in pot 4 there's Besiktas, Dynamo Kiev, Club Brugge, Young Boys, AC Milan, Malmo, VfL Wolfsburg, and Sheriff Tiraspol.
AC Milan.
Same here.
No, as European champion,
I mean, definitely.
You need to prove your match.
Of course, prove your what?
I feel like they'll have an easy draw.
Let's see how it goes. No, don't be surprised.
I think I'm picking FC Tiraspol or Besiktas in that pot 4. But hey, we'll wait to see how that draw will go at the end of the day. And Manchester City have been offered the chance to sign Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus. Ronaldo is out of contract next summer, and Juve want to sell him to save on the £500,000 a week wages that they pay him plus tax. £25 million, that's the transfer fee they're slapping on him too. And they've offered City a chance to sign. Do you think City will take this chance?
Well, yeah, maybe they will take the chance.
How would that make United fans feel?
I don't know what it will make them feel, but I'm sure they must have felt that way before, especially with Carlos Tevez. Carlos Tevez left Manchester United directly to Manchester City. But for Ronaldo now, he already has gone around the world, went to Real Madrid, went to Juve. So maybe that attachment will no longer be there. But of course, they will still feel bad that he'll be joining their direct rivals or their noisy neighbors. But it is what it is, especially with Harry Kane out of the picture now. So maybe Manchester City will look at Cristiano Ronaldo. But then this will be one hell of a transfer window. Lionel Messi moving. If Cristiano Ronaldo gets to move, Lewandowski somewhere in the mix. Yeah. I mean, it will be maybe the craziest transfer window ever in the history of football.
Craziest transfer window. I mean, and then there's also the talks of Mbappe somewhere, and Harry Kane as well. Saying he's going to stay. Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break for the BBC Premier League update. We'll be back and then say our byes.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Jordan Elgott at the BBC Sports Centre. Tottenham striker Harry Kane has announced he won't be leaving the club during this transfer window and will be 100% focused on helping Spurs achieve success. Kane had been heavily linked with a move to Manchester City, and the Tottenham manager Nuno Espirito Santo is delighted Kane isn't leaving.
Great news. Fantastic news for everybody. His attitude in training sessions have been great. So it's finished. Harry's going to be with us.
In the English Football League Cup, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored a hat-trick as Arsenal earned their first win of the season with a 6-0 victory away at Championship high flyers West Brom. Mohamed El Yunusi also scored 3 as Southampton eased to an 8-0 victory away at Newport County. Burnley beat Newcastle on penalties after their game finished goalless. The Burnley manager Sean Dyche says he's keen to add to his squad before the transfer window closes, but he admits it can be a frustrating process identifying and signing players for a club of Burnley's size.
It's not an easy task. The contract level we work at, the fee level we work at. In modern football, when you think of players, even now after COVID, moved hundreds of millions, at least 800 million per person, per player. Then you think where we are in the grand scheme of it, it's very difficult, and it remains very difficult. So we continue to search, we continue to work, we continue to try and get deals over the line. It's just not an easy process unless you've got bags full of money or someone who's going to write off that money.
The draw for the third round of the EFL Cup has been made. The pick of the games sees Manchester United face West Ham at Old Trafford. Chelsea host Aston Villa, while Liverpool are away at Norwich. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update.
Okay, we have to leave the studio right now. Desity DG is about to kick us out. On Facebook, this says, good morning. This is from Chigos. It says, good morning, guys. I wonder why my Arsenal friend is smiling this morning. Who's the Arsenal friend in the studio?
She knows.
Feromi, thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's been a pleasure as well.
My name is Blessing Fowowe. Thank you for hanging out with us on Sports Bank this morning. Have a great Thursday. Au revoir.
Splash FM 105.5.
Hi there. What does popping a Tom-Tom candy means to you? Does it just release your nasal congestion and cough? Or does it just eliminate bad breath, giving the mouth a feeling of freshness after just one candy? I tell you, Tom-Tom is all about this and more. Pop a Tom-Tom candy and then take a breath. Clear your mind. Regain your focus. Find your inspiration. Center your strength, calm your storm, your nerves, and go for your passion, your goals, your dreams, without fear or distractions. Every Tom-Tom wrap gives the most refreshing sensation and an intense cooling effect that opens up your airways and makes you feel recharged. Now, when you feel recharged, you're ready to go for your passion with renewed focus and confidence. I know that we all have dreams, goals, something that drives us. I want you to think about every breath differently, without passion in mind. I know sometimes we have those moments that stand in our way. We feel tensed or distracted. In moments like this, you need a Tom-Tom. You need to take a deep breath, recenter, focus, and go for it. And I tell you, your dream is about to become a reality. All you need to do is watch the new TV commercials and other campaign materials featuring Rema. Another bang. Now, if you are an upcoming artist or you're just passionate about music, join the Breathe for It Music Challenge on social media platforms